What is up, guys? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and if the title didn't already make it obvious, hopefully Ben's slogan there did. But today we're going to be taking a look at a Knife Center exclusive variant of his We Banter. If you're not familiar with Ben Peterson, he's a former Blade HQ employee. He's off doing kind of his own thing now, I think working freelance, but you can find him over on his website, which is up here at the top, knafs.com, knafs.com. And nowadays he's made a couple knives. He makes these shop mats, posters. He did a crowdfunder for these titanium rulers. I have a couple of them with knife angle finders, so you know what angle to sharpen them at. So basically just kind of knife related or knife adjacent projects that he's working on. I think he's working on a poster right now that's about to come out, but this is his original knife, the We Banter. He also has a Civivi Baby Banter. Civivi is the budget version of We. They're the same company. One just makes a little bit more expensive knives, and Civivi makes kind of budget versions of those knives. So this is going to be the Knife Center exclusive in purple G10. I went ahead and pulled off all the plastic and stuff just to make it a little bit smoother. But inside you get a couple of really cool We stickers. Their classic logo, version of the original Banter. And I believe this is the Arrakis. This one comes in a lot of their different knives, so I have a few of these, but I don't actually have the knife. Might have to get that one day just so I have the matching knife to the sticker that they send. You also get a nice cleaning cloth and obviously the case that it comes in, which actually holds two knives. Both the We and Civivi come with this case that holds two knives, which is nice. And inside we have the purple G10 We Banter. It's got a black blade and a really nice kind of bronze thumb stud that matches with the logo really well. None of the other versions have that. They all have just kind of a plain black thumb stud, so that's really, really nice looking. So this one just came out, I want to say, 2 or 3 days ago on Knife Center. It shipped out very fast. I ordered it because the original Banter is one of my favorite EDC knives. There's nothing super sexy about it. It's not the coolest looking knife. It's definitely not the best looking knife. But I just really like it for some reason. It fits well in my hand. It's really light in my pocket, super slicey, and kind of the perfect length. It's got a 2.9 inch blade. Spear point blade, which is perfect for me because I live in LA County, which I think you can only carry 3-inch folding knives. So this one falls just short under that. I have a lot of knives that I have in my collection that I can't carry with me. I'm illegally allowed to own them, but not carry them in LA. So if I'm going out of the county, I can carry them throughout California, just not in LA. So it's kind of a perfect little knife for me. Like I said, not the sexiest, but just a good overall knife that is probably one of my most carried. It's definitely in my top 3 or 4 knives that I carry. And I have another version of it as well, which is the natural G10 with the black stonewash blade. And neither of these are exclusives. You can get them anywhere you can buy We knives. So what makes the Knife Center version exclusive, besides obviously the color, which you can't get anywhere else, is the blade, which is in 20 CV. The original actually came in S35 VN. This natural G10 is also in 20 CV. So the main difference, I guess, is the price. 20 CV is a little bit more expensive. So both the purple and the natural cost $123.25, and the original comes in at $108.80. Overall, they're pretty comparable steels. I guess 20 CV holds its edge a little bit better. It's harder to sharpen. A little bit more corrosion resistant, although probably not noticeably so, and a little bit more likely to chip just because it is a harder steel. But you're not going to notice a huge difference. Obviously, the nice thing is holding its edge longer. But if you're not using it for kind of heavy tasks, it might not be so noticeable. But overall, it's a more expensive steel. 20 CV is definitely considered the stronger steel. So it's nice that you have kind of those options either way. But aside from the blade itself and the color of the G10 handles, there's a couple other things that make the Knife Center version a little bit different. And the first one's probably pretty obvious looking at them from this angle, and that is that the knife center version has a reversible pocket clip. So these all have a deep carry, tip up, right hand carry pocket clip. And you'll see that they're exactly the same on all three. But the major difference in this one is that it's reversible. So none of the others have that cut out, so you can't change the pocket clip over. In order to change it, I think you're gonna need the T6 screws. All the rest of the screws on here are a T8, but the pocket clip is a T6. So if you have both of those, you're able to switch that over. And then the other thing that they changed is right inside above this liner lock, they chamfered out a little bit extra, so it's a little bit easier for your thumb to find the lock, which is really nice. It's pretty subtle. You don't really notice it when looking at the knife, but it is definitely noticeable when you're using that lock and manipulating it. It's super noticeable. And so that's a really nice just kind of change. Other than that, they're going to be exactly the same. They all have a 2.9 inch blade. They're about 6.5 inches open. I think just a little bit bigger than that. Closed, they're around 3.62. They weigh about 2.5 ounces. So very light, very slicey knives. And you can kind of see, I have it on one of their shop mats here, so you can see kind of the exploded view down here, how it's put together. Just overall a really good knife. It feels good in the hands. It's kind of the perfect size for light work. I work in an office, so I'm not doing a lot of heavy chopping, mostly opening packages, boxes, cutting thread off shirts, and pretty light use stuff. So I don't need a super heavy duty knife when I'm out of the house. So I really enjoy this knife. It's definitely one of the ones I carry most. And I really like it in this purple with the bronze accents. The Baby Banter also comes in this color. It's not exclusive, so you can buy it anywhere. You can get the Civivi Baby Banter. And I'm probably going to order that as well. I really like just this color combination. It just kind of pops in your hand. So this is definitely going to be one that I carry often. May replace this blue one. It reminds me a lot of the Bug Out, actually. I think he probably took some inspiration from the Bug Out. They're very similar shape. I actually have one somewhat handy. So it's obviously a little bit thicker, but you can see they're kind of similar blade length, blade style, even similar shape handles. These ones are obviously quite a bit chunkier, both width and depth. So these ones are obviously quite a bit, but very similar handles, similar positioning for the lanyard hole, deep carry, tip up pocket carry. So they're very similar knives, and this is another one that I often carry just because it's so light, especially if you're wearing like shorts or you just want to put it in that fifth pocket in your jeans. These are all small enough to do that. So really cool knives. Let me know what you think if you have the Banter. If you think I should get the Baby Banter. I actually don't have any of the Baby Banters, surprisingly. So I'm probably going to get one either way. But let me know what you think. If you have one, how it compares to this one. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.